This is going to be, for anyone in the future that happens to watch this, it's going to be the most boring thing ever. So sorry. Yeah, sorry I'm not really doing any talking. There's just no one here, so I don't really see any reason to talk. You know, I don't really have a whole lot going on in terms of the viewership department right now. There is no one here, as it were. Hey, it's Mike. How you doing, Mike? Ristretto Rambles in the chat. It is Kyle. We had to go Kyle here. How did you get scammed by a sushi dinner, Mike? Well, hey, thanks for dropping by. I'm just gonna be sitting here doing the first empire percent. The goal is to conquest an empire. Wow, that sounds insane. How is it a scam? Before you go, how is it a scam? Like, how do you feel scammed? Just out of curiosity. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I see. I see. They make it all that you can eat, and then they make you really pay for it, eh? Oh, that's brutal. Well, thank you. Best of luck. It's going to be very slow. Like, I'm clearly not optimizing anything. I want to set something. I want it to be something, you know? Indeed, brutal. Man, that's oh. Yeah, that's a tough break there. Feels bad, man. Hey, you got to start somewhere. I fear this game is far too boring, but you know what? You know what? It's all right. It's all right. Thanks a bunch. Have a great night, guys. Maybe I'll see you a little later. Who knows? Yeah, so I guess for archival purposes and just in case anybody is watching, this is a game called CivClicker. I'm about 15 minutes into uh, a speed run, I guess, for lack of a better term. I am trying to get a speed run of it. It's not very fast, but this is a game that has no speed running presence as far as I can tell. So I'm trying to start it. Figure get as many just get something going and start to establish categories. All right, there's officially nobody here, so it's just me at this point. But yeah. This is actual footage of me looking for background music because I'm so bored. So I know there aren't many people out there. Looks like I have maybe one viewer. If you're there, say hi. I'm playing CivClicker, which is the most boring game ever, but I love it to absolute death and back. Excuse me. As if anybody is there to even notice that I'm needing excusing. Sort of again that this is so boring. Like, if someone actually has to watch this, I really pity you, because, God, it's probably unbearable. And you can't even listen to my cool metal music, because this video needs to exist. Hey, I see the viewer count at 2. If there's someone there, what's up? You are watching the most boring video in the history of mankind. I'm establishing a speedrun standard. Just for funsies. And it's going just about as silly as you think it could go. As in, it's very boring. But, you know what? I'm here, chilling. Oh, you're gone. Bye, person. Oh, yeah, the lack of desktop audio is probably just someone sitting in silence. It's probably so engaging. Much as I want to listen to monuments, let's go royalty-free jazz music. Give somebody something interesting to listen to. Cool. Yeah, so now I guess we're jamming out to some smooth jazz, which has got to be better than whatever the hell we were jamming out to before, which was silence. Hey, if you're a viewer who's dropping in, say hi. Or don't. I mean, it's fine. Either way, I'll forgive you. guess I should go out of my way to do something. Alright, let's make sure that my voice is nice and audible over the music. Alright, music is nice background noise. Nice. Well, if there's someone there watching, I'm playing a game called CivClicker, which is one of my favorite games ever, and it doesn't have a speedrunning scene, so I'm speedrunning it in a category that I've just made up. So, always fun times. But you got to start the old speed running somewhere. So this is where it starts. Every time a person comes in, they immediately go away, and I just can't say that I blame them. Ooh, I'm overcrowded. No bueno. Do. Lass, what's going on, man? Long time no see indeed. I'm doing very well. How about yourself? It's nice to have someone here. I have been sitting alone in complete silence for the last hour. Mike was here. Ristretto was here for a little tiny bit, but he had errands to run. So, how are you, friend? That's really great to hear. Always nice to be doing well. Hey, Lass, scale of 1 to 10. How loud is the music relative to my voice? Got into college and now finished pre-med, just waiting to get accepted into the medicine program. Oh, that is so awesome. That must feel like just an absolutely phenomenal achievement to just like have that done. Like that's a thing that is done now and you don't have to think about it anymore. Wow. Yeah, relative to my voice. Like, I want to make sure that it's easy to hear me over whatever music is in the background, and I don't quite have a feel for how the mic is relative to the music. Yeah, it is how streaming do be. But I also feel like it's not very enticing for any prospective viewer to just walk in and I'm sitting here not talking and there's no background noise at all. I started playing a metal album, but I was like, I started playing it just so the desktop audio wasn't going because I didn't want to have any copyrighted music in the background. So I'm playing some royalty-free coffee house jazz right now. So there's some level of background noise going on because without it, oh my gosh, it's probably just interminable. Interminable, I think is the right word. So Lass, I forget. Are you from the United States? If you don't mind answering that question, you don't have to tell me exactly where you're from. But are you from anywhere in the United States? KSA. I'm not entirely sure what that is. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Yes, I did know that you were from Saudi Arabia. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so the reason that I ask in the first place is because in the United States, like pre-med is pre-med is like an entire 4-year degree. Is it the same way in Saudi Arabia? So like you've finished an entire bachelor's degree that is pre-med and you're now moving on to medical school, or is pre-med like a smaller part of getting into medicine in general? It's part of getting into medicine in general. Okay. So how long does that take then? Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Because I know Americans have their silly ways of doing things. Okay, our next object is a large town, which I need 1,250 soldiers for. Okay. That makes sense, Las. Okay, that makes sense. And then, like, after that 7 years, you're, like, a doctor? Cool. Well, yeah. So, Loss, have you ever heard of this game before? It's called CivClicker. It is just the silliest game in the entire world, and I like it so much. Travian. I don't know if I'm familiar. I don't know if I'm familiar. Yeah, basically, this is a fun game that I've liked for a long time, and I wanted to see if there was any type of speedrunning in it, and there's absolutely none whatsoever. So I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go do the first ever speedrun of this game and just make up what I think the categories should be and just go from there." Population is angry because we're overcrowded. Of course we are. Okay. I think it would be fun and cozy to speedrun. The issue at this point is that it's not very interesting. You know, I like the game, but there's not a whole lot going on, so I don't think it's a very enticing watch, if that makes sense. All right, large town, 1,250. We need to get that done. I totally ran out of land, and now my people are mad at me. But if you build temples, they get happier. For whatever reason. And I think conquest also makes them happier. It's not terribly complicated, just in the sense that like it doesn't require, turn the gain down on my mic a little bit. It's not super complicated. It's just there's a lot of things to keep track of on your screen at one time. You know, it's kind of the big thing for me is that there's just a lot of things to look at. Working on getting my people happier here. All right, Las, since you're here, so one of the goals of the... Actually, you know, I'm not going to build the wonder because it's not a part of this speedrun. Never mind. I lied. This speedrun category that I have created, I am calling it Empire percent. So the goal is to raid an empire and conquer it. Is the goal of this speedrun. So to get as many soldiers as possible and raid an empire. And then when that is done, the speedrun is over. So the focus is getting as many basic resources as possible right now. How much time to raid the Empire? That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. The thing with this game is it gets faster and faster the more time that you spend doing it, right? So right now I'm getting like 4,000 food per second, right? Which lets me create a lot of citizens per second. But you know, the more you work, the faster it goes. I'm literally timing this just to figure it out, just like playing at a relaxed pace, how long it takes to raid the Empire. Because right now I have raided up to a large town. I have not quite raided a small city. So this is kind of what it looks like, right? So you're looking at this this area right here. An empire is going to have a maximum of 250,000 people defending it, right? 250,000 soldiers. So I need to get it to the point where I have at least 250,000 soldiers so I can go in and successfully raid the empire and end the speed run, which I would guess that it will probably take me another hour if I had to just take like a complete guess. I feel like I'm clipping this microphone. Am I still clipping the microphone? Hour. Jeez. I think what we'll do, what if I just do that? Turn my mic down a little bit. Does the gain? Oh, okay. The gain monitor on my microphone controls the volume in my headphones, but it doesn't actually control the gain into the system. Okay, interesting. Sorry, I'm learning new things right now. So that's roughly speaking how long it will take to raid an empire. I think it'll take another hour or so, but it is hard to know because I've never played this game. I've never done it all in one sitting, so I'm kind of just figuring out what it is like to do it in one sitting. I actually have more than 910 soldiers. So soldiers and cavalry are both fighting forces. And then you have your conquest army over here. So when you have all your soldiers and cavalry in one place, you can, they're defending your homeland, right? Because another mechanic is that you can get invaded by barbarians, or you can get attacked by wolves, whatever, and they'll loot your society. So, and then when you want to go conquest, what you can do is you can bring over 10 soldiers at a time, 100 soldiers at a time, or all of them in one click, right? And then this mechanic is measured by how many barracks and stables you have, right? So I'm going to max it up so I have 500 of each barracks and stables, and then they each hold 10 soldiers, and they each hold 10 cavalry, right? So by this logic, I can now have 5,000 soldiers and 5,000 pieces of cavalry, and it goes up like that, right? So the whole game is a game of scale, which I think is really interesting. I think it has cool mechanics, and I think it's an interesting game. See, I'm getting attacked right now, or I just got attacked. All right, 403 barbarians attacked with 2 siege engines, and I captured 2 enemy siege engines. Let's make it so I have 10 siege engines. Sounds fun. So then, basically what this game is, the crux of this game is, the more farmers you have, the more food you can create, which means the more food you have, which means you can create more villagers, because villagers are created by food, right? So it's all about having lots of farmers, because more farmers means you can make more soldiers, right? I can switch over to idle citizens, create a couple hundred, make more soldiers, and I can move it up that way. And the thing is you don't want to go into a conquest all that often, because every time you conquer another society, you lose soldiers. They die in the fight, right? So my next thing to raid is a small city. Small city, they can have as many as 2,500 soldiers. So I could definitely do that right now and I would win, but it would deplete a lot of my army, because my army relative to the size of the army that I'm invading would actually be pretty small. So I wouldn't want to go too nuts on that. But if we go in like that, we'd stand a much better chance. So that's done. And then see, what conquest does is your total buildings relative to your total land. When you conquer, you get new land, right? So I get 10,000 free land out of this. Because if you keep building too much, you will you'll run your society out of space, which you don't want to do. Yeah, exactly. So, so you can use this. I use the CivClicker wiki to make sure that I don't invade something too big, right? And I go off it that way. And now what I can do here is I can start building. I haven't built any mills yet. How stupid of me. And those make your farmers more effective. Yeah, so that's an RNG thing, Las, is whether, if what you're conquering is on the small end of its population or the large end of its population. That's the thing that you can't really tell until you get there, which is scary. And then I'm going to create some fortifications, and my graveyards are running out of space. Yeah, so there's not a ton of RNG in this game, but there's definitely enough of it that you need to not be complacent. You have to be ready for the RNG to hit you. But again, the RNG in this game, it feels super nominal. Like there's almost none. Or at least there's very little apparent RNG. I don't even know what like a perfect speedrun in this game would look like. Like I can't even think of like what like a category would be. Like milestones, like speedrunners always have like milestones, like checkpoints that they need to get to, and like I don't know where I would even start with checkpoints. It's probably just, the secret is probably just being as attentive as possible to, not letting your food max out, right? And just being like as efficient with how you do things as possible. But, I can't even predict what that looks like because it doesn't exist yet. So right now, like I feel like the game kind of goes in waves where I've done some small conquests, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm getting my population as high as I possibly can, and I'm upping my farmers so that I can create more citizens faster, right? And then I'll create a big batch of soldiers and cavalry and go do more conquest. So our next thing to do is a large city, I think, which will have up to 5,000 people. This jazz music is so silly. It feels like backyard baseball music. I don't know if you're familiar, but it kind of feels like it. Hey, Las, if you wouldn't mind, I don't have access to my phone right now because it's acting as my camera. But if you want to put a little message in the Discord that I'm here and that we're hanging out, you're totally welcome to. You don't have to, but if you'd like to, I would take it. Because I purposefully was like, hey, I know Mike's not streaming tonight. Maybe I can get a viewer or two of Mike's to come over and say hi and see what's going on. So that was kind of the plan, but I neglected to actually put a message anywhere where it was pertinent. So I neglected to actually tell anybody that I was here. Naturally. Ooh, it's kind of a nice little lick. Oh, thanks a bunch, Lass. I appreciate you. I just don't feel like walking over and trying to find my iPad, and then figuring out that I don't have Discord installed, which I probably don't. I probably don't have Discord on my iPad, and it's probably not hooked up. So I just would not be able to go through the trouble. Yeah, you know, it's a means to an end. It's a means to an end. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Add some more woodcutters. Add some more miners. Okay, I spec'd up our graveyards a little bit so that we can bury more dead people. That's another thing that makes citizens unhappy, is when you don't have enough graves to bury the dead. That pisses them off. It's an interesting thing. There's not a single mechanic that's not accounted for in this game. All right, now my people are blissful, right? So the happier your civilization is, the faster your farmers farm, interestingly enough. So that's kind of a nice thing. We're gonna go back to farmers, though. They are blissful. Yep, because there's an upgrade where if you do that upgrade, it your people can become happier by creating building temples. Yeah, so when the people are blissful, it affects your farmers' productivity, but only your farmers. So if your people become unhappy, your farmers produce less. It might do the others, but I think you notice it most with the farmers because my population is 70% farmers at this point. So most of my workers, far and away the most workers are farmers. So what I'm trying to get to right now is you'll notice that an individual worker costs 529 food, and every time you create 100 workers, they start to cost more. I want to get to a point where I'm generating 100 villagers a second. So I'm going to upscale my farmers until I'm creating 100 a second, because that's going to make the conquest the most efficient going forward. Go get yourself some food, Lost. Thanks a lot for hanging around for a little bit. I really appreciate it. It's nice to have somebody to talk to. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
Liftoff of mission 41D, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Frenchie, how are you doing? It's so nice to see you. I have been quite well. Frenchie, dude, I'm done with college. Can you believe it? Hey, it's Parsec. Hey, it's Mike's people are starting to show up. I love it. Well, friends, you are here. You are here for the first ever speed run of a game called CivClicker. This is a game that I've liked for a really long time, and I was convinced that there had to be a speedrunning community for it, and there is not. So I said, you know what? Time for me to make the speedrunning community, because it's the way to go. Thanks, Frenchie. I appreciate that. I'm glad to see that both... Parsec, have you been doing well, friend? Yeah, it's just interesting to have free time. I haven't had free time in so long, and I have very little to do now, and it's really, really nice, and it's relaxing. So this is how I'm relaxing. I'm doing great, Parsec. Thanks for asking. You guys are reminding me that I need to spend more time in Mike's stream, because I haven't been there enough, and I miss you guys, and I really should hang out and chat more, but it is tough. He's always up so darn late, and I'm such a grandpa. Yeah, I do. I'm still in a play right now. So I'm in a play that's going to be going through the summer. Yeah, he is a night owl, and I don't. That's not a very good excuse, because I do generally end up staying up most nights till 1 or 2 o'clock when I don't have things to do in the morning. But hey, it's all about the grandpa vibes. It's all about the grandpa vibes, in my opinion. More woodcutters. I need to up my stockpiles because they're too low. Well, especially now that I'm... Yeah, so do I. Every once in a while I pop in to check up. I've still been subscribed for an obscenely long amount of time, so I think if anybody gets a pass, I should be able to get away with getting a pass. Okay. Well, I know that it's already almost 11 o'clock. At least I'm on Eastern Standard Time. I have no idea what time you guys are on. So thanks for at least popping in and saying hi, because this game, as much as I adore it, it definitely is boring. I think Lasanid is out eating some food somewhere. He stopped in for a little while and chatted with me, and we talked about the game. So yeah, this is a game called CivClicker. It's kind of like Age of Empires, but there's no actual interface. Like, you're creating a civilization through just clicks. So it's almost all computer generated, right? So I have citizens here. I have a population of 150,000. You start out with absolute zero, and then what you do is you upgrade and you level up. And the more citizens you create, citizens cost food, right? And the more citizens you create, the faster it goes, right? So this is a game that's been out for, I think it's just a browser game. It's been on browser for I think 7 or 8 years. And I've played it forever, and I just really like it. It's just kind of a zen game to sit and zone out to. But I was always wondering if there was a speed run for it, and there's not. So in the conquests, right, you can raid all these different sizes of societies, right? And I'm doing the category that I've just invented, which I'm calling Empire Percent, which is the quickest amount of time to raid an empire. Yeah, I had to throw on some like lo-fi nonsense in the background because I was playing for probably the first half hour in just complete silence, and I was like, man, if any prospective viewer were to drop in here, they would find this to be unfathomably boring. Yeah, that's my thought exactly, Frenchie, is that it's not frightfully distracting, and there's not tons and tons and tons going on. It's once you get used to the interface, it makes lots of sense, and like most of the numbers on the screen aren't particularly pertinent to the gameplay. Like I'm mostly like you mostly it's a good game to have people in chat for because you're kind of passively paying attention, and you're kind of just always waiting for numbers to scroll up, right? Because my citizens generate a certain amount of food per second. They're cutting wood per second, they're mining ore per second, and and as it all scales up, it affects things in different ways, and it allows you to create more people, more soldiers, etc. All right, I'm gonna go over to my backpack and get my water bottle. I'll be back in 30 seconds. I'm leaving Frenchie in charge. I'm back from getting my water bottle. Did all the power go to Frenchie's head? I'm just kidding, Frenchie. I am just kidding. It occurred to me that I was like, the classic streaming dilemma. I haven't had water in a while. I should probably go fix the fact that I've been live for an hour and 50 minutes and have yet to drink any water whatsoever. So Parsec, Frenchie, do you guys have anything new going on in life right now? Any exciting updates or anything like that? You're free to rant and chat as much as you want. I've got plenty of time to read. Oh, I'm out of space. I was wondering why I couldn't create new farmers. Hey, Anne's here. What's up, first time chatters? Hi, Anne. Echo Shreds, nice to see you. Devin, it is nice to see you, my man. How are you doing? It has been quite some time. Devin, are you still playing chess at a high level? I have to concede that I gave up on chess quite some time ago, but I remember you always being really good at chess. Do you still play? Oh no, my people are angry. Crap. That's good, Devin. It's a great game. I was thinking about it recently because I just watched The Queen's Gambit again, which is just my absolute favorite. All right, what do I need to raid next? Guess who I chilled with the other day for the first time in years? Daniel Cobb. Oh my gosh. Isn't Daniel Cobb like a complete California surfer dude now? I remember Daniel Cobb being just an interesting person. He was always a really cool guy. All right. You need to just bite the bullet and raid this. What is Daniel? Daniel plays piano, does he not? I follow Daniel on Instagram, and I know that he plays piano. He's actually quite good, if I remember correctly. Send it to me on Facebook Messenger, Devin. If you have me on Facebook, I deleted my Facebook in the last year, and then remade one because the old one was so crowded and it was so random. So, if my Facebook presence exists, it exists. I can't remember if we've been in touch since the last time I was on Facebook. It was probably the last time that we played chess, which I think was before I deleted my Facebook. So. And Frenchie, sorry I didn't see your message, but yeah, I get it. Life is generally just kind of boring, but we get there how we get there, eh? Oh, I just read that he has a half pipe in his backyard. That's so crazy. I did remember that he skated. That was one thing that I did remember. Yeah, Devin, that's me. Yeah, you have the right person there. I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look after I'm done tonight. But it's cool that you saw. It's cool that you saw him. Oh, thanks, Beard. It's my pre. For those in chat that don't know, I'm in a play right now called Boeing, and my character has to have a clean shave and a nice haircut, and I'm getting my hair cut in like a week and a half, and I figured I would let the beard go until I had to shave it for the play. And what do you mean I'm joking? Like that the character needs to be clean shaven. I been knew he needed to be clean shaven. I assumed that from the beginning. I mean, it's the 1960s. I think, you know, all that was really in vogue then was mustaches, and I grow a disgusting mustache, so I wouldn't even dare. Yeah, as much as I would love to go out there with the beard, it's unfortunately not allowed. I did my best, but Justin and Luca would not let me. Oh, it's not even that iconic. This is far from the longest it's been. It's hardly, it's like barely twistable right now. It's gotten much grosser than this before. I would say to call this beard iconic would be a bit of an overstatement, but that's just my opinion. You know, my opinion doesn't always need to be valid. So Anne, you said you were trying to see what this game was all about. Is it making any sense at this point? Is an explanation warranted? Does anybody want an explanation? I feel like I've already explained it a couple times, but I can't remember who. Hey, it's Uchi, the artist formerly known as Ethan Made Drum. I may not forever be formally known as Ethan Made Drum. I just the idea of drum streaming is so tiring and so exhausting. I almost never drum anymore, but I have been playing a lot of CivClicker, so I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna stream some CivClicker because that would be a fun and silly thing to do. Uchi, it's very nice to see you. Have you been well? Those were indeed good times, and I would love to do it again. Like, there will come a time when drum streams return. I just don't know when. Overworked? For once I'm not relating to being overworked. I've been doing very little recently, which has felt a combination of unproductive and good, but I also have no money, so that's kind of the unfortunate side effect. What's been keeping you overworked, my friend? I see. Are you at liberty to say whether or not the change in management is a good thing or a bad thing? Because I definitely relate to changes in management being a detriment to my mental health. I think just about anybody can relate to that to a certain extent. I'm sorry, Uchi. Uchi, are you, Parsec, I know you just mentioned Brazil elections. Uchi, is that where you're based, is in Brazil? I can never remember where everybody's from. Yes, I remember, because Brazil, even though it seems so far away, we are in just about the same time zone, if I'm not mistaken, which is something that should have occurred to me, but it just never occurred to me that people in South America were probably on a similar time zone to the States, because they're right freaking below us, but... Oh no, I have lots of people that are sick. Oh no, I did the wrong thing. Max out my healers. Have a good night, Ann. Thanks for stopping in for at least a little tiny bit. Did I guess from your time zone, Uchi? I don't remember that, but I believe that would happen. That feeling when you're a full-time GeoGuessr player, even in your free time. Alright. I need to be in an even number of healers or it's going to drive me nuts. Oh, I would love to play GeoGuessr, actually. That's a really good idea, because I super dig GeoGuessr. It would be a fun... Oh hey, Loss is back. I used to play a lot of GeoGuessr, and I did not like that I needed to pay for it, so I stopped paying for it. And I said, if I want to play, I'll just play once a day. But it was like, GeoGuessr was like a brief hyperfixation for me, but I really like it. And there are people that like do it on YouTube who are insane, and they do all these like wild categories, like no moving, no panning, and I can't fathom. I can't fathom just not moving or panning. That would be really wild. Why are my citizens getting sick so often? Everybody's getting all kinds of sick, and I don't know why. Oh, it's because I have unburied corpses. That's it. Okay. That makes perfect sense. I'm sitting here like, why is everybody getting sick? Silly me. The meta for not CivClicker, I'm sorry, I'm playing CivClicker. The meta for GeoGuessr is so interesting, and I don't know if I'd ever get to a point where I would like keep up with the meta of CivClicker. I keep saying CivClicker. I don't know if I'd ever keep up with the meta of a game like GeoGuessr, but it is an interesting game, and I like it a lot. Yeah, that's the sort of thing that like really gets me, where I'm like, man, yeah, you watch. There's that one British guy who's insane. What are you talking about, Devin? It's not that wild. It's just you get used to how everything in this game scales up, right? So, you know, ratio farmers, I'm always shooting for anywhere between 2/3 and 75% farmers, right? And you know, because this mode is all about building soldiers, but the thing is you have to keep everything that you create in this game proportional to your farmer count. Because if you see, my farmers cost, or my citizens cost 2,682 food a piece, so I'm at a point where I'm actually generating about somewhere around 100 villagers a second, which I think is ideal. So I always try and keep my farmer ratio in a place where I'm generating 100 idle villagers per second, or 100 potential farmers per second, etc. The training echo stream sounds fun. I'd be down for it. All right, more mansions. We are just about to a point. So for those that are not aware, I'm attempting to speedrun this game by raiding an empire as quickly as possible. That is my end goal. There are several long-form things that you can do in this game, such as creating a wonder, kind of like what you do in Age of Empires. But right now I'm trying to raid an empire as quickly as I can. I have raided, up to this point, a metropolis. So my next thing is a small nation. And looking at the CivClicker wiki here, an empire will require, an empire can have as many as 250,000 people defending it. So you need an army proportional to that size. But a small nation is the next thing that I need to invade, and I'm just about to a place where I'm able to do that. Yeah, I like to think that the empire that I'm raiding is just the Roman Empire, because you are so right. They do need a beating. Hey, Uchi, do me a favor and get some rest. There's not a whole lot. There's not as much to understand as you think. Thanks, Uchi. I appreciate you. Please have a good night, and please get some good rest. I'm going to try and make this not a super regular thing, but I am going to try and be on here a little more often, doing either... Uchi, it was you who just suggested doing GeoGuessr, yes? I'm going to have to do just some specific Uchi GeoGuessr streams, because GeoGuessr is a great game, and I would definitely stream it, and I think it's a game that has an actual category. Uchi, I'm gonna try to be on earlier next time. I wanted to be on earlier today, but I was kind of figuring out my stream setup, and it took me from about 8 o'clock to 9:30. It took me a little time, or else I would have gotten on here earlier. But have a great night, and I will catch you next time. Good night, buddy. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hopefully we're coming around to it. I know for sure the speedrun will be done in under 3 hours, but I would love for it to be in 2.5. It is about time to start expanding storage. Storage in our, we need to expand. So maximum storage up here is getting low relative to how much I'm generating. And as things start to cost more resources, you have to be able to store more of them. Small nation can have as many as 25,000. So we're definitely in a good ratio for that. I just want to be careful that I don't lose too many soldiers, because that can be a detriment to morale. Should be fine. Yeah, we got a nice low generation on that one too. That was right on the small end of what a small nation can be, which is good for us. I'm gonna buff our woodcutters a ways. Also buff our miners a little bit, get them over 5,000, go back over to farmers. And then hold these guys back at base for now in case we get raided. Getting raided would be a pain right now. Also, if anybody sitting in chat right now has any royalty-free music that they prefer, I'm happy to put on some royalty-free music that somebody likes. I kind of just have some lo-fi stuff going in the background, but I'm definitely open to suggestions if anyone has a particular brand of relaxing royalty-free music that they enjoy. Give my ears a rest. These headphones are not the most comfortable things in the world. I'm gonna try it. Parsec. Thanks for suggesting. What do I want to do? Let's do. Oh, that's kind of short. It's a little short. Let's find a longer one. Oh yeah. I already like the chords and stuff that they use. Thanks for the suggestion, Parsec. Light mode YouTube. Oh, I know. This is not my this is just so this is the ThinkPad that Mike built for me, actually, that Mike and I built together. And I never ever browse the web on this. I use my MacBook Pro is right over here, fully in dark mode. I promise. I'm not a psychopath. Everything I use is in dark mode. I don't even know if there's an easy way. There. We're not psychopaths here, I promise. You're so right, though. No wonder my eyes hurt. I need to go into my Firefox preferences and get out of light mode. I'll do it eventually. All right, I'm out of barracks and stables. All right, we're over into dark theme. It has been done. I don't know what all it'll change, but we're over to dark. At least as far as Firefox is concerned. All right. Keep building farmers, keep building farmers. Okay, how long is it going to be before we hit a hard stop? So our next thing is a nation, is what we got to raid next. We're getting there. We're getting close. We're in the home stretch. We are in the home stretch. Nations can have upwards of 50,000, so I'd probably want to get my army to somewhere around 75,000 before I fully jump into that. More farmers, batch of farmers before we go into a batch of soldiers. I actually think I want to do a couple batches of miners because they're a little low. I don't have all that many. My stone production is way below what everything else is. So I want to get that a little bit higher. Ethan May beatbox? Beatboxing stream? Not a beatboxing stream. Zelda fan, you are so right. This is decidedly not drumming. But you'll notice that my username is no longer Ethan May Drum. As Uchi stated earlier when he was here, I am the artist formerly known as Ethan May Drum. Now I'm Ethan May Game. Because we're sick gamer bros here. Zelda fan, it is so nice to see you. How are you doing? I am glad to be back. It's fun to be trying my hand at streaming again. Well, Zelda, I have been finishing college for the last it feels like an eternity. College has been so busy, you know, ever since we went back to being in person in school. We started doing live theater again, right? And since I was getting a degree in theater, I was on campus all the time because, you know, when you're getting a theater degree, you're rehearsing and performing at night, going to school during the day, and then trying to find some spare time to work on the weekends. So I had absolutely zero time to myself. But now that I'm graduated and I've made the conscious choice to work a little bit less, to kind of focus a little more on my mental health, I'm there. What did you just realize, Zelda fan? I mean, there's always the chance to make it Ethan May be. I mean, I think I have to wait 60 days before I can change my Twitch username again, but it is possible, I'm sure, for that to be a thing in the future. I like the Ethan May puns That's something I get a certain amount of joy out of. Are we experiencing any frame drops, by the way? I've dropped some frames. It seems as though the Twitch browser that I have open on my computer, I look frozen. So let me know if anybody's experiencing interruptions. I appear to be. Well, I will say, Zelda fan, for now, if I'm gonna be on Twitch, it would probably just be for games. To be perfectly honest, like I just don't know. Like drum streaming is not something I'm going to be doing anytime in the near future. It's just I still have parents that work at home, and it's still disruptive, and I don't play a whole ton of drums these days. Like it's something that I still like, but I don't spend a whole lot of my limited free time playing the drums anymore, which doesn't make me as sad as I thought it would make me, but I still like it, still do it from time to time, just not all the time. Not to the point where I think I would want to stream it. So I'm gonna keep Ethan May Be on the back burner though. I do. It's got a nice ring to it. Getting up to the point where we're going to have to start doing some more conquesting. So I say let's get down to it. We're just about to a point where I think we can get away with raiding a nation, as long as it's not on the high side here. I think we'll be able to get it done. Throw some more farmers in the mix, get our ratio back up. All right, Zelda fan, this is a game called CivClicker, it's been one of my favorite games for the longest time. And I didn't know that it was as underplayed as it was. It has zero speedrunning community whatsoever, so I wanted to make the first speedrun of it. Basically, it's called CivClicker because you can generate resources by clicking the buttons, right? And then you can create citizens, and you can create housing for your citizens, and you start to create an independent, self-sustaining society within the browser. Right? And the speedrunning percent that I've come up with, I'm calling it Empire percent, where I want to go through and I want to successfully raid an empire, and we're getting pretty close. We're just about to raid a nation here, something that we'll be able to do in the next minute or so. I'm actually going to make these all farmers, and then the next batch of idle citizens is going to go into. It's a great game, Zelda fan. I really like it. It's very zen. It's very relaxing. There's not a whole lot going on, so it's a pretty casual playthrough. And since there were no speedruns whatsoever of it, I was just like, I think I'm gonna go out and just give it a shot just for funsies, and establish. I'm gonna go through my first few streams. I'm gonna be going through and establishing new categories, right? And establishing an initial world record. Establishing an initial world record in each category is going to be the goal, starting out. Because we are doing exactly that, just starting out. Dude, I am still rocking on this music that Parsec suggested. I have to say again, Parsec, this is a really good music choice. It's nice and zen and repetitive, and I think it fits the mood of the game pretty well. Oh wow, I've never seen the crab please emote. I love it. It's evident that I don't spend enough time on Twitch because I'm not versed in the more elite emotes. The more esteemed emotes, as Mike and I would say. It is great. I'm honestly really here for it. Parsec, where's that emote? It's I know it says what it's from. Orestus008. I've never heard of that channel. Oh, okay. Cool. Good to know. I'm surprised I have anything Twitch related even set up on this computer that I'm streaming off of, because I don't use it a whole lot, because it's like I said earlier, it's the computer that Mike and I kind of built together that was kind of initially for streaming but also general purpose, because I mainly use my MacBook as my regular computer. Okay, is BTTV, is it like the same thing as like Franker Phase Z and stuff? Like it's not through your computer, but it's like a library that you enable? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I'm surprised that those libraries are enabled in the first place. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do something dumb to make them happen. Okay, that makes sense, Parsec. Okay, so we've successfully raided a nation. We've only got 2 to go, Large Nation and Empire. We're getting so close. We are getting so close. 68% farmers is feeling a little low, but we're still creating 100 villagers a second. More than 100 villagers a second. 100 and some change per second, which is really good. Creating more mills, because mills increase your farmer output, which is important. Fortifications to defend against raids. Still have tons of free land. We're still at 50% free land, which is exactly where we want to be. Cut that there for the moment. I'm gonna buff our woodcutters one more time. Do a small buff to the miners. So for those that are even moderately paying attention, for every farmer that you add, they generate 0.2 food per second. But for every woodcutter, it's half a piece of wood, half a wood per second. So woodcutters scale at a totally different rate than like, and you can't buff miners, right? So miners and farmers generate the same amount of food, but there are so many power-ups to make farmers more efficient and generate more food per farmer. So you always end up generating the least amount of stone. So you need to have lots of miners to generate even a nominal amount of stone. Yeah, Zelda fan, what game is that? There's something about idle games. I really dig them. I like that you said idle game, quote unquote, because I was trying to think of what kind of game this even is, because I genuinely don't know what I would call it. I am wholeheartedly not sure how, like, what I would brand this game as or what genre of game I would put it in. Bitcoin mining profit calculator guidance. What? Oh gosh. It's a bit of a parody game disguised as an idle game. All right. I'm just gonna stealthily keep that tab open, and the next time I open my web browser, I'm gonna waste some time doing it. Because it sounds on brand. It has a story. Well, don't spoil the story for me. I'm gonna have to figure it out all by myself. Okay, good. I appreciate it. You know what I'm actually curious about right now? Another game just came to mind. And I'm curious if it has a speed run. Yeah, it does. Any percent glitchless, 34 minutes. Motherload is another great browser game that I just adore. I'd be curious to look at the leaderboard for that. Oh, okay. What was I looking at? Oh, it's 20th place. I don't know why it's showing me 20th place. Well, I appreciate you bringing it up. I appreciate you bringing it up, Zelda fan. That sounds interesting. Interesting. This speedrun has stood for 2 years on Motherload. I can't tell how run this game is, though. Like, I can't tell if it's a particularly active... I can't tell if it's a particularly active speedrun. A big old batch of farmers take us over 500k per second. And then we're really going to hit soldiers going forward. Because our next thing is large nation, and we need 125,000 strong. And we're definitely getting there. I'm really hoping we can get this speed run under 3 hours. I think we can do it. I think we can. I think we can. The thing with idle games, the whole thing with them though, is it's all about that time. You can only make time go so fast. Yeah, this is one of those games where it's like, I wonder to myself, like, if there are even, like, usable strats for it, or what, like, the theoretical fastest... Like, I feel like you could work out mathematically what the theoretical fastest time would be for a speedrun in this game. And I would be curious what that would be. because the early game feels so slow, but like once you get to this point, your early game is probably pretty irrelevant. Yeah, that's a good observation, Zelda fan. Balancing efficiency versus effort. Max out our mills here. Oh, we can do one more. If you can tell, I like things to be even numbers, and I hate when things aren't even numbers. Ah, crap. That's the thing with this game, is this game doesn't have systems, strictly speaking. Parsec, there will be no odds and primes. None whatsoever. I'm not about it. All right, you know what? We'll make our tenths a prime number just for parsec. We have a prime number of tenths. So there's one odd prime number just for parsec. Oh no. You're so welcome, Parsec. Parsec, that is, no matter what, I promise you that if I continue to speedrun this game, there will always be a prime number of tenths. That's gonna be a joke from now on, is prime number of tenths. Even though I don't need the trader, I might start trading with the trader, because I'm not trying to build a wonder in this, but I can't remember if the trader brings any other benefits aside just giving you gold to speed up building a wonder, because building a wonder, now that boy takes forever. This speedrun is taking 3 entire hours. I can't even imagine how long it's going to take me for wonder percent, whatever wonder percent may be. But wonder percent is going to have a totally different meta than empire percent, because when you trade, you get pieces of gold, and you get 1 piece of gold per trade, and for every 100 piece of gold, you can add 1% to your wonder, right? And every time you add a laborer for your wonder, it takes away 1 resource per second of everything. So that's like a whole interesting mechanic, is wonders and how they affect progress. So I might just trade with the trader the next time he's here, just for funsies. Getting up there. We can almost raid a large nation. I think we'll need just a few more minutes while we keep upscaling farmers and keep grindcraft. No, I don't think I have played Zelda. If the question is, have you played? The answer is most likely no, because I game so little. But what's grindcraft? It's a Minecraft idle game. Has an ending. I've never heard of it. We open a new tab. Oh, interesting. It's a couple. Okay, yeah. So it's the same concept as this. Same basic idea. I mean, I've played tons of Minecraft, so I've played tons and tons of Minecraft. So I should probably check it out. I'm surprised I haven't heard of it before, just because I have spent so much time on Minecraft. Maybe not so much time. Like, I don't have like 1,000 hours in Minecraft or anything crazy like that, but I've watched a fair bit of like Minecraft streamers, and I've been playing Minecraft since it was in alpha. Yeah, that's so true. I've never spent any time looking for fan-made Minecraft games, so stands to reason. That is a reasonable and fair point. I just want to say again, thank you guys so much for being here and being in the chat and just listening, because we've been at this for almost 3 hours, and oh my goodness, I don't know where I would be. I probably would have quit already if I was just sitting here in silence. So I really appreciate you guys coming in and just sending some messages and hanging out. It means a lot. Target for the run is to raid an empire, so we're almost there. We're almost there. We need an army strength of 250,000 to raid an empire, and I know it seems like we're not almost there because our army is barely 100,000, but it's really close. Honestly, I think we'll be able to get it done in the next 12 minutes here. Need to keep scaling up my farmers and keep at the mills. The mills are important. Let's buff our miners a little bit, even just a smidge. I know, we're about to hit 100k soldiers right about now. 100,005, let's go. Alright, so all we need to do is double the size of this army and we're done. We need to triple the size of this army before we're done. Because that's the thing, like, conceivably, you could raid an empire right now, but here's the thing, if you're wrong... Hey, it's Crystal! Oh my goodness, hi Crystal, it's so nice to see you. I really appreciate you stopping in, even if it's just for a minute. It's so great to see you. Last need, I could play it risky and go for the low percentage plate of raiding the empire right now, but... Oh man, it's so scary because I can't tell you how many times I've raided and just had my army totally wiped out. And like all that progress just goes away. Now, the plus side of your army getting wiped out is that your farmers go crazy because your population decreases by 100,000, right? So your farmers are creating tons of food when you lose a bunch of soldiers and stuff. So there's always that, but it's so scary. And I find that on this run so far, Las, I've been getting a lot of small societies. So I'm afraid that when I raid the Empire, it's going to be the big bad, because Empire's hit. What am I going to do after I'm done with this speed run? You mean like in the time of like what am I going to do tonight once I'm done? Probably end the stream. But as far as going forward, I want to try another speedrun in a different category. So same game, new category that I'm creating. Oh gosh, okay, 12,000 idle citizens. Make them farmers. Yeah, I know, Las. It's like one of those things where like it's like, could we raid an empire right now? Yeah, would it work? It's entirely possible, but I don't know. Because if their army is a comparable size to yours, I'm gonna trade some metal just for fun. Hey, the trading post is open. But yeah, as I thought, the trading post doesn't give us anything. All right, have a great night, Crystal. Thanks a lot for stopping in. I really appreciate it. It's great to see you. Oh man, I created those as farmers and I meant to create them as soldiers. Whoops. All right, 9 minutes to raid an empire. What the strat is right now probably is to just, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to let my idle citizens tick up right to the 3-hour mark and just make them all soldiers. And then right at the 3-hour mark, whether I have enough soldiers or not, we're going to go for the empire raid. Because the thing is you have to raid a large nation before you raid an empire. It's mandatory. You have to unlock the next tier of raid. Lots of siege engines will help though. And I want to make sure the large nation goes off without a hitch. So we need to have at least 125,000 strong before we go after the large nation. But it should be relatively painless. This song is getting a little repetitive. I'm going to switch over to something else in their catalog. So you could do really what the optimal strat probably is take away all your woodcutters, take away all your miners, make them soldiers and go for it. Oh wow, why didn't I think of that? Possibly wise, possibly not wise. Because then those are going to be completely stuck in the mud and they won't move at all. But they'll add a force of 50,000. Which is definitely usable. And then you also have tons and tons and tons of farmers. So you can take away farmers from your society as well and go at it that way. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do that. Let's see if we could just okay. They're all gone. We're gonna make them all cavalry. So we have 177k right now. And I'm gonna just take away a bunch of farmers and just whittle away at our food per second here, because we're about to lose a bunch of people, so it's gonna balance out. Not to mention we've got idle citizens creating here. Oh fuck, I made them farmers. Stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. And we're gonna go right into, so I have to be careful. My resources aren't increasing. Have I exhausted too many? Oh shoot. Okay, that should do it. So we're gonna keep pulling from our farmers here. We're ticking up pretty slow though. is going down so fast. All right. We're going to go right into the large nation, see how it goes. Oh, shoot. That was dumb. Maybe I should add my army in first. Maybe that would be helpful. Before I raid the large nation. I lost all my siege engines. Oh my gosh. So stupid. Oh, Ethan. Silly, silly boy. Oh, Parsec. Oof is right. Oof is right. And see, now we have no stone and no wood clicking up right now. We still have 150,000. The thing is if we miss the number, we miss the number. Full stop. I can create a lot of siege engines. Interesting. Yeah, if we miss the number, we miss the number. So I'm just gonna let this tick up right until we get to Empire time, and we're just gonna see how it goes. I'm nervous. Because if 200, like if we raid the Empire and it's an army of 200,000, like it's game over. Like the army's totally gone, and we also have no woodcutters and no miners, which is really bad. So that's gonna be that would be a big setback. Alright, we're just gonna keep scaling up until it is time. All soldiers in, all cavalry in. We gotta have people to defend in case barbarians invade. Alright, here we go. We're just gonna go for it a minute before the 3-hour mark. Wish us luck. Oh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I think we can do it. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It's gonna be really close. If we do it, it's gonna be super, super close. Oh gosh. I don't think we're gonna do it. I don't know. Oh, there's no way. Can we do it? Keep adding soldiers. Keep adding soldiers. Ah! Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh no, wolves attacked. Okay, it's done. It's done. Plunder resources. Control. Pause. It was a little under 3 hours. If we were to do a frame count, we would get there. Oh my gosh. That was stressful. Damn, 3 hours and 56 milliseconds just because I couldn't pause the timer fast enough. But it's done. It's done in 3 hours. Oh, friends, that was the most stressful anything of my life. Jesus Christ. I know. I should have the keyboard shortcuts, but hey, that's what we're gonna go with that. I don't like. I know I have global hotkeys. I don't know what they are. I was too lazy to learn them, and my laziness was the difference between 3 hours and not 3 hours. Okay, so Empire percent goes down. First attempt. Three hours on the nose. $0.56 of a second. Well, shoot. That is it, everybody. That is the first. I'm gonna pause this. That is the first world record attempt of Empire percent in CivClicker, finished in 3 hours and 56 of a second. If a lot of you have been here for a good amount of time, my goodness, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who came through, coming through, and yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I'll be back soon though. Thank you, Parsec, Zelda fan, anybody else who's here. Thank you so much for being here. I super appreciate it. It says I have 5 viewers. One of them's me, so maybe a couple bots lurking. Maybe Lost is still in the background. I don't know, but anybody who came in, thank you so much. I super appreciate it, and that is gonna do it for this stream. Have a great night, everybody.